It was a quiet summer evening in Willow Creek. The sun began to dip below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the town. The kind of glow that made everything feel serene, almost magical. Crescent Lake shimmered under the fading sunlight. The water reflected the vibrant orange and pink hues of the sky, creating a picturesque scene that seemed to whisper promises of peace. Its surface was still, almost hypnotic. The gentle rustle of leaves in the trees whispered in the evening breeze, wrapping the town in a comforting embrace. But for Evelyn Harper, the local librarian, that peace would soon shatter. Evelyn, a woman in her late 30s with a love for books and a heart full of curiosity, walked her dog, Daisy, along the lake's edge. The sound of Daisy's paws pattering on the gravel path was the only interruption to the tranquil evening. Evelyn felt the cool breeze on her face, the smell of damp earth filling the air. Every footstep echoed softly, a reminder of her solitude. Yet as she glanced at the lake, a sense of unease prickled at her skin. It was a quiet evening, almost too quiet. Then something caught her eye. A small rowboat, drifting lazily, untethered. Its paint was chipped and worn, as if abandoned for years. The boat bobbed gently on the water, a solitary figure against the vibrant sky. Evelyn's curiosity peaked, empty, except for a single folded note resting on the seat. Her heart raced as she approached. What could it mean? She glanced around, ensuring no one was watching her, and then carefully reached out to retrieve the note. Evelyn's hands trembled as she picked it up, the paper crinkling softly between her fingers. She unfolded it, and the words seemed to leap out at her as she read them aloud. "I'm sorry." The words seemed to hang in the air, heavy and foreboding, stirring something deep within her. What had happened here? The next morning, Willow Creek awoke to shocking news. Thomas Reed, a reclusive fisherman known for his solitary lifestyle and eccentric habits, had vanished without a trace. His absence cast a shadow over the town, stirring whispers and worry among the residents. Neighbors spoke in hushed tones, their voices trembling with concern. He was always so strange, one elderly woman murmured as she stirred her morning coffee, always talking about things he saw at night. Thomas's cabin was untouched, neat, almost as if he had planned to return. His belongings were in perfect order, but the trail of muddy footprints leading into the dense forest told another story. Detective Marcus Lane, new to Willow Creek, was assigned to the case. He was fresh from the city, the sharp mind and a determination to prove himself. He studied the footprints, the cabin, and the surrounding area with a keen eye, trying to piece together the puzzle. At first, it seemed simple. A man who wandered off, perhaps into the woods for a fishing trip. But the note, the footprints, and an anonymous tip suggested something far more sinister. Some secrets don't stay buried. Lane felt a chill run down his spine. This was not going to be an ordinary case. Neighbors whispered about Thomas's paranoia, recounting tales of strange shadows along the lake at night, flickering lights in the forest that no one could explain. They spoke of whispers carried by the wind, almost like voices trying to warn them about something lurking in the darkness. As Detective Lane delved deeper, he found Thomas's journal, hidden under the floorboards of the cabin. Cryptic entries filled the pages, each scrawled in a hurried hand, dates, names, strange patterns and diagrams that made no sense. But one line stood out, chilling him to the core. "They are watching. I can't let them know I saw." Days passed, and the investigation seemed to stall. It was then that the rowboat reappeared on the far side of the lake, causing a stir among the townspeople. There was no struggle, no signs of a fight, just the boat drifting quietly, as if beckoning someone closer. Lane felt the weight of the mystery pressing down on him. Another note, soaked and barely legible, fluttered in the wind as he approached the boat. He reached for it, his heart racing as he read the words. "It's not safe." The words felt like a warning, directed not only at him, but at everyone who dared to seek the truth. It was clear that whatever happened to Thomas was connected to something much larger. Evelyn, too, couldn't shake the feeling that someone, or something, was watching her. Every time she walked along the lake, she felt eyes upon her, a sensation that sent shivers down her spine. She tried to dismiss it, but the feeling lingered like a dark cloud over her thoughts. As days turned into weeks, Lane discovered an abandoned cabin deep in the forest. It was overgrown and hidden from plain sight, almost impossible to find unless you were looking for it. He pushed aside branches and debris, his heart pounding in anticipation. Inside, strange symbols were etched into the walls, some that looked centuries old. The air was thick with dust, and the faint smell of decay filled his lungs. The journal was scattered across the floor, pages torn and damp, as if someone had tried to hide it in a hurry. Lane realized this disappearance was only the beginning. Something ancient, something dangerous, was connected to Crescent Lake. He felt the weight of the town's history bearing down on him, pressing him to uncover the truth. That night, Evelyn vanished. The moonlight glinted off the lake, its waters dark and foreboding, mirroring the turmoil in Lane's heart. He had been thinking of reaching out to her to share his findings, but now it was too late. A note was left behind, pinned to the front door of her home with a fishing hook, the kind Thomas would use. Lane's breath caught in his throat as he read the chilling words. "You shouldn't have come looking." The words echoed in the silence of the town, chilling everyone who read them. An unsettling feeling spread through Willow Creek, a sense of impending doom that hung in the air like a heavy fog. What happened to Thomas Reed? What is lurking in the shadows of Crescent Lake? Why did Evelyn disappear? Will anyone uncover the secrets hidden beneath the still waters? As the town braced itself for the unknown, Detective Lane prepared for the fight ahead. He knew the answers were out there, hidden within the depths of both the lake and the human heart. The question was, would he find them before it was too late? Stay tuned for the next chapter of this mystery